When God forces you to rest, it is never punishment. It is divine protection unfolding gently. Sometimes you keep carrying battles, burdens, expectations, and emotions that were never yours truly. You push yourself harder, thinking endurance is strength, but God sees the weight slowly breaking you. He watches your spirit shaking beneath responsibilities that belong to pressures, not His holy will. So He interrupts your pace, shuts doors suddenly, and removes energy to make you breathe. Rest isn't always chosen. Sometimes it is assigned, because your soul needs rescue urgently. You mistake exhaustion for weakness, but heaven recognizes it as misalignment needing loving correction. When you collapse emotionally, spiritually, or physically, God whispers that you've walked beyond grace's boundary. You've been surviving on your own strength, carrying loads He never intended for you. The world told you to keep fighting, performing, giving, and pretending everything is fine inside. But God sees the silent collapse behind your smile, the weary sighs nobody hears softly. He knows when your heart is overwhelmed, even when you convince yourself you're perfectly okay. There comes a moment when God says, "Enough. Come rest in me fully now." He will slow you down, not to frustrate you, but to rebuild foundations quietly breaking. His forced rest exposes what you avoided feeling, avoided resolving, avoided surrendering completely to Him. It reveals the fears you masked with busyness, the wounds you hid behind productivity often. Rest reveals the truth about what truly drains you and what truly heals you. In rest, God uncovers the burdens you carried out of fear, guilt, or obligation. He shows you where you said yes when your spirit was crying no loudly. He reveals the relationships that trained you more than they blessed you significantly or deeply. He uncovers the responsibilities you accepted because you feared disappointing someone around you. He exposes the emotional weights you held because you thought endurance meant holy strength. God's forced rest is a divine reset, a spiritual recalibration, a sacred pause divinely placed. Sometimes He will take away your momentum to protect you from unseen spiritual collapse. He will remove opportunities so you stop building a life around exhaustion and pressure. He will cancel plans to keep you from saying yes to another draining commitment again. He will empty your hands so you finally see what wasn't meant to be carried. Your identity was never supposed to be tied to constant performance and endless responsibilities. God reminds you that your worth is in who you are, not what you accomplish. Rest resets your heart so you can hear His voice again with clarity and peace. Because noise steals discernment, and exhaustion blinds you to spiritual warnings hidden around you. When you rest, you realize how much you carried that did not belong to you. You discover worries that weren't yours, expectations people projected, burdens never appointed by God. Rest becomes the holy space where God gently removes everything you picked up unknowingly. He takes away the emotional luggage stuffed with fear, pressure, and false responsibility. He shows you that peace isn't earned by working harder, but by trusting deeper. He teaches you that surrender releases more than striving ever could in your journey. The rest God forces isn't passive. It is transformative, healing, and profoundly spiritual in nature. It is where He rebuilds your strength, renews your hope, and restores your weary spirit. You enter His rest tired, but leave revived, realigned, and spiritually prepared for future seasons. God removes what drains you so you can receive what was meant for you. He empties your hands so He can place blessings you could not carry before. He slows your pace so His voice becomes louder than your own anxious thoughts. He interrupts your routine to remind you that life is found in Him alone. Rest is where God rewrites your story, not where your story ends completely. He strengthens you through stillness, not movement, teaching you holy dependence again. What feels like a setback is often God shielding you from unnecessary suffering. What feels like delays are actually moments where God repairs your inner foundation. What feels like isolation is God creating space for spiritual awakening inside you. You are not stuck. You are being refilled with strength you deeply needed. You are not losing time. You are gaining clarity for the journey ahead. You are not falling behind. You are being prepared for blessings still unseen. The rest God commands is always intentional, never random, always guided by divine love. He knows when your body can't carry your soul's weight anymore, significantly or safely. He knows when your mind is racing faster than your spirit can handle. He knows when you need stillness to remember who you are in Him. Rest is where God breaks the chains of false responsibility, crippling your spirit. It is where He whispers truth louder than the lies you believed previously. It is where He heals you from the inside out, layer after layer. Do not fear the pause. It is heaven's intervention wrapped in quiet compassion. Do not fear slowing down. God is strengthening you for what comes next powerfully. Do not fear losing control. Surrender invites divine order into your life meaningfully. Let God carry what was never yours, your anxiety, your heaviness, your endless pressure. Let Him teach you that you are safest when resting beneath His mighty grace. Let Him restore your soul until peace becomes louder than fear consistently. When God forces you to rest, He is not breaking you. He is saving you. He is preparing you for a season where you live lighter, clearer, and closer spiritually. You will rise stronger because you rested deeper under His loving guidance. If this message touched your heart, remember you're not alone in this journey. God is guiding you gently, protecting you from carrying more than your soul handles. Thank you for staying until the end. Your presence here truly supports this ministry. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel to help this mission grow. May the grace and peace of the Lord Jesus Christ be with you always. Amen.